We're going to meet another new character. His name is Steve Erickson. Sheila may have identity problems, but I don't. I know exactly who I am. And no matter what anybody says, I know I was born in New York City for a reason. Where else does the sidewalk tumble under your feet from the rumble of subways underground and trucks and city buses on top? Where else do cabbies and garbage men, bankers and businessmen all walk with a beat? Where else can you find a grade A, top-of-the-line character roaming the street spouting Shakespeare in the middle of a blizzard? And where else can you find Broadway? If you come to my house, there's hardly anywhere to sit in my bedroom, or to step for that matter, because the whole place is cluttered with hand-painted miniature cardboard sets I designed for imaginary plays. I'll work on real ones as soon as I get to college, because I figure there'll be plenty of opportunities to sharpen my skills working on college productions, especially down at NYU, where I plan to go. If I get in. No, when I get in. I have to get in. I have to get back to the city. 2 months ago, my father announced that we're leaving. We're moving out. The city is getting too rough, he said. Mom's not sure she wants to go on teaching in public schools. She's decided to take a break. So this is a good time to move, he said. As for him, he'll keep his job in publishing and just commute from Yorktown Heights. I tried to pretend like the move is no big deal, since Mom and Dad are so hot on it, especially Mom, who's been wanting her own house forever. But man, I'm dying. I got friends here, and I've grown up and gone to school with them all my life. I fit in here. You can't tell me there are guys with bleach blonde hair and earrings in Yorktown. And what about theater? There's no Broadway in Yorktown. But maybe that's the point. Mom's not too keen on my plans to work in the theater, which is no surprise. She's still trying to get over my wearing an earring, even though I bought the smallest one I could possibly find. I don't think Dad is too stoked about my plans either, although he doesn't say it because he knows I'll remember him telling me how he used to want to be an entertainer. He played drums in a band when he was my age and had a big-time plan of hitting the road with Ringo Starr and the Beatles and doing shows across the country. Then his family moved to Binghamton, away from all his bandmates, and eventually his dream faded away. Is that why they're moving? Is that what they're hoping happens to me? Just the thought of maybe never working in the theater makes me crazy. And one day, I'll tell this story about my father to Arul, and I'll tell him I don't understand how my father's dream could just die like that. When what I really want to know is, can mine? And Raul says something that sticks with me. Maybe your father's dream wasn't really in his heart. If a dream is in your heart, you'll never lose it. After we had that conversation, I kicked my doubts to the back of the closet. Well, almost. Part of me continues to be afraid of following in my father's footsteps. These days, I try to concentrate on keeping my grades up so I can get into NYU when the time comes. Because one thing I know for sure is that my dream is in my heart. I've got 2 more years of school to go, 2 more years to hold on to my dream, and 2 more years of open mic Fridays. Well, 1 year and a couple of months. This year is going by so fast. I hope I'll still have a chance to do open mics next year. They're so popular now. Every kid in school wishes they were in Mr. Ward's class. I can't blame them. We got a good thing going here, and people need to know about it. We're sick of the negative press teenagers get all the time. Apparently, somebody on the Bronx Insider agreed. Apparently, Mr. Ward said they're sending a reporter over to our next open mic Friday. And it should be a monster. Mr. Ward invited a real poet to come speak to us and to read some of his work. It's not an assembly exactly, but Mr. Ward is having us meet together in the multi-purpose room for the special presentation. Pedro Pietri is the poet's name. He's in the book called The United States of Poetry, and somebody said he's a reverend. Sterling must be stoked. Anyway, I'm looking forward to hearing him. Poetry is the coolest thing we got in this school now. Maybe I'll still be around next year to enjoy it. Whether I finish up school here or in Yorktown Heights depends on my folks. Either way, there's a set designer's job on Broadway with my name on it, and I'm not giving it up for anybody. Sterling's poem. Doubtless by Steve Erickson. Steve's poem, Doubtless by Steve Erickson. When I was 7, I looked to heaven and dreamed of going to the moon. But pretty soon, somebody came along to change my tune. They put me down, bang! There my dream lay on the ground. Thank God, eventually I came around and dreamed another dream. At first it seemed a good idea to hide it, confide it to absolutely no one. But that was no fun. Besides, I realized I couldn't. The joy it gave me, but wouldn't be stopped. I popped up at the most inconvenient times, effervesced in all my rhymes, but hey, joy is not a crime, though some people make it seem so. Does anybody here know what I mean? You share your dream, and right away, people laugh, try to dissuade, do what they can to plant a seed of doubt. Listen, you've got to root it out. Laugh last, push past, pursue. Be you, whatever that is. Dream intact, and don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. And if you move, remember, pack your dreams. They're portable.